Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a la clase de Español 101. Yo soy la maestra Zimmer. En este video vamos a hablar de la clase, de las expectativas y cómo comenzar en la clase. First expectation, you don't have to know Spanish to take this class. Even though I started this video in Spanish, you don't have to know Spanish as we go throughout. The reason that we'll use Spanish is because I really want to give you an opportunity to hear the language. If you don't hear it and you rely on saying this is this and I have to know every word, it'll be really hard for you to progress. I want you to think, I can do this, I can learn, I can think, you know, maybe she's saying introductions because you have an idea that this is an introductory video. Maybe she's saying what we're going to talk about. And even if you don't know, it's okay, because my videos will not be this super challenging thing that you won't be able to understand. If you put a little bit of effort and try and kind of get an idea of what's going on, it'll really help challenge you to really learn the language. But if we don't use the language, you won't learn it. And if you just learn a list of vocabulary and rules of grammar, you really won't know the language. So I'm inviting you to take advantage of la oportunidad de escuchar el español y hablar el español para poder aprender y comprender el español. So take advantage of the opportunities because it'll really help you to progress in the language. The other things about this online course is that it hugely depends on your work. As you know, in a live class you have to participate. In an online class, of course, you have to participate, but it's evaluated in a different way. You have to submit things. So like for a discussion, you're on a discussion board, you have to post a comment. You can't really sit in the back of class or let everybody else discuss. You have to say something, and you have to respond to what other people are saying. Even though we don't meet as a complete class group, you will work in groups and meet 5 times. And have like little skits or scenarios or things you'll have to discuss and record together as a group. There will be lots of little assignments and things you'll have to do, but there will be a checklist of every week what you have to do throughout the week, and if you follow through it, you'll be fine. But the main thing you really need to understand about this class is that it is work, and your work is really what's going to make you successful. There are 2 exams, and the exams are 35% of your grade. But because that's 35%, you could ace the exams and not pass the class. Because I really want you to understand that I'm not asking you to be perfect speakers. I'm not asking you to, you know, take perfect tests where you know all the grammar rules and the vocabulary. I'm asking you to work hard, to turn in your work, to make an honest effort, and to show some improvement and that you're learning. And I think you really can be successful in this class. But it is a lot of work. And there are a lot of assignments. So of course, I've got a lot of help and a lot of stuff on the Blackboard course that will really help you go through everything. You get to work at your pace, and you get to go through things however slowly or quickly you want to go through them. But every week there will be a list of things that will be due. Because I give you the flexibility throughout the week, I don't accept late work. So when things are due at 11:59 p.m., they're due at that time. It is your responsibility to work ahead and to make sure that by the end of that date, you've got it done. If it's not done, you accept the consequences of that, learn from it, and do better the next week. Just as a general rule, you're probably going to at least spend 9 hours a week, just like you would in any other course. But especially in an online course, because you really have to turn everything in and you can't rely on just going to class and letting activities happen. You really have to be actively involved in everything. So it's going to take you some time. But it is doable. It is something that you can do, and hopefully you really are learning not just the language but the culture and, you know, what it takes to be successful in a class. It's really important that I tell you that there are 2 tests, and these tests are proctored, and that just means that somebody's going to be watching while you take the test. And the reason is because I want to know that it's you taking the test, and I also want it to be a fair, you know, fair playing field for everybody, that you all are using the same resources or not. Because there'll be somebody watching, there's two things that you need to know. One is you have to schedule it. I'll give you all the information about it. And then two is that there is a cost to that. ISU is paying part of it, but you will be expected to pay $15 per exam. So there's 2 exams, so that'll be $30. Just so that you know about that ahead of time. But that will be at midterm and at the final, so you have time to prepare for it. As I said, there'll be videos about everything, about your group meetings, about these proctor tests, short videos, kind of like this one, that just kind of go over what you need to do for each one. And of course, there'll be written instructions too. If you have any questions along the way, please email me. I'm really happy to explain anything. Hopefully you'll find that the site is set up where everything's kind of explained for you. So it's really important that you go through the site. The Start Here tab has everything you need for your technology to get it ready. It tells you the syllabus, the course calendar, so you know the big due dates, and kind of a checklist. So each week you can check off things one by one, and it has everything you needed. Maybe another important thing to know is tarea means homework. And you'll see in the course that there's a lot of Spanish. If you have questions, ask me. But again, as I said, I really want you to try to make an effort to kind of guess, what do I think this means? And you'll find yourself, getting through it. It might be difficult at first. Make sure you go through everything step by step with the Start Here tab, and it'll take you straight to your first assignments, show you the videos of how you can just click through each thing. So you don't have to worry about navigation through everything. You'll just click right through it. As I said, there'll be lots of videos. There'll be Integrity that'll have a screenshot of everything, so you can kind of see how things work. You'll be in Blackboard very often, so make sure you check it every day or every other day. There's a calendar that'll show you the due dates. Announcements will be posted there, and of course all your materials will be on there. Links to connect your book and any other websites that we'll be using will also be linked through your Blackboard site. Again, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you with anything. I'm really looking forward to the semester and to working with you and seeing what we can learn together. Mucha suerte y hasta pronto.